Blessings. Yo, you know, people will only understand you from their level of understanding, their level of perspectives, their level of shit experience, really. Because, you know, some people choose to misunderstand too, but at the same time, they can't comprehend what you're actually saying or getting at. Because some people are at the basement when it comes to their mindset, or their way of thinking. But at the same time, some people on the first floor, they at the library, they got the choice between the elevator and the stairs. You know, some people will take the stairs, just to enjoy the exercise, just to, there's passerbys and shit like that. But some people will take the elevator and shoot right up, but still, they miss, what's in between the steps. There's levels to every fucking thing. But those that jump so high don't even know the lessons that you learned for them to even understand you, to even comprehend where you're coming from when it comes to where you're at, when it comes to leveling yourself up, where it comes to elevating yourself, where it comes to studying yourself, right? Because not everybody take that time not to only study themselves, but the people, places, and things around them that makes them them. Some people often get stuck in some places where they don't see what is stalling them. Whereas you could have probably got up from where they're at and made it to a penthouse type of thing when it comes to mentality. Whereas they're still seeking shelter, in the next closest thing. Whereas the trust in themselves is really nothing. They put it everywhere else but in themselves. Whereas they look for everyone else to lead them. They look for everyone else to hold them. They look for everyone else to basically keep them. Whereas the kept part of themselves is the part of themselves that they still holding together. It's that isolation, that abandonment feeling where the inner kid still needs to be seen, still needs to be heard, still needs to live out their dreams. Whereas the inner kid really isn't seeing, it's like it's not balanced in itself with the adult. Whereas the acknowledgement is there to say, see me, I'm already here, I'm doing it. But the failure that some people feel, or the down that some people feel, the disappointment that some people feel, is not facing their own inner kid to introduce themselves to the heartache of taking the elevator up instead of the stairs. Whereas they're only basically bridging their own gaps by way of basically falling down and picking themselves up to walk the steps, to gather those learnings and teachings that the elevator really won't teach you, because of the fact that, one, the elevator, motherfuckers will stuff themselves in it because of the fact that the height of the steps, the height of the levels to the height of yourself scares people most before they actually give themselves that chance to walk up the steps, to enjoy the scenery, or to even see what the levels are in every level besides trying to rush up to the top. Think about it, y'all. The most high God, pace yourself. Bye.